Yo, what's going on YouTube? Back with another video. This one's gonna be about the Burston Prime, Burston Incarnon, Burston Incarnon. Anyways, shout out to this guy right here, Yoshi, for putting me on. Didn't build it until he recommended it. But yeah, let's get on to the build video and hopefully I can do him proud. So starting off with our weapons platformer, which is Revenant Prime. He's our usual weapons platformer to show off weapons. Anyways, with Archon shards, I'm going to start referring to them as green, red, blue, yellow because it gets too confusing calling them their other names, their real names. So yeah, anyways, we're running 2 green Archon shards for 14 stacks of corrosive. 14 stacks of corrosive is full armor strip. We're running 3 reds for ability strength because more ability strength, you get more mesmer skin stacks. And I'm pretty bad at keeping track of my mesmer skin stacks, so you know, getting like 2-3 more mesmer skin is pretty nice to have. Anyways, moving on to our Revenant build. Now for the Revenant build, however you like to build Revenant, but the main important thing here is going to be Worthy Camaraderie, Arcane Rage, and Arcane Acceleration. Worthy Camaraderie for the extra critical chance for weak points, so you know, headshots. Arcane Rage, it's going to be same thing, you know, headshots. And then Arcane Acceleration, damage boost on headshots. And then Arcane Acceleration is going to be fire rate, more fire rate. Along with fire rate from our companion, which is from reinforced bond, so you know, more fire rate here. So that's already a lot of fire rate for our Burston and Incarnon, and maybe that'll be kind of explained more when we get into the Burston build itself, which we'll explain right after showing the evolutions. Now for the evolutions, we are running not Fortress Salvo, but I was checking something which is weird. Tell me if you already know or if you've tested this, but I don't have 450 armor, but I'm still getting the punch through bonus. So I don't know what's going on with that. But in that clip in the beginning that was shown, I was running Forceful Finality. So yeah. But moving on to the next one, we're running Ready Retaliation, faster reload speed, and then for the last evolution, we're running Absolute Valor for more critical chance. Moving on to the Burston build itself, this is pretty much it right here. Like I said, everything's kind of just working together, and mainly trying to focus a lot of things into the Burston to make it as strong as possible. And then yeah, so that's why we have Primary Deadhead, you know, Galvanized Scope, yeah, everything just kind of just, you know, to boost Burston's damage. Now, these are the 3 mods that I was messing around with. So if there's anything here that you personally don't like, then I would recommend switching out one of these 3. And yeah, play around with it, see what you like. But this is what I personally like. Now for Galvanized Scope, I don't mind, you know, aiming for heads and scoping in. So Galvanized Scope is pretty nice to have because, like I said, everything just kind of works out as long as I'm aiming for heads. And yeah. Now we're running Hammer Shot instead of Galvanized Aptitude because Burston Incarnon form isn't considered a direct damage. It's considered a radial attack. So we're not actually getting the 40%. I'm not sure if we're not getting it at all or if we're only getting some of it. I don't know, it's weird, but yeah. So I'm just using Hammer Shot, get that status chance, and I get a little bit more damage with the crit damage. We're running Critical Delay for 50% more critical chance compared to Point Strike, and we're only losing 20% fire rate, and like I showed earlier, we're already getting a lot of fire rate, so I don't mind losing 20% for 50% more critical chance. And yeah, this is pretty much it. For my videos, my weapon builds are usually going to be faster than my other videos, which is, you know, like full setups and like Warframes, because with those videos it takes more time to explain and, you know, give options. But yeah, weapons, they're pretty fast. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you found this informative or useful. Yeah, thanks for watching. This is your not so serious content creator signing off.